Welcome to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ask Me Anything. I'm spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White, and today is February 1st, 2024. Welcome. Do you believe it's February 1st already? This is going to sound so unbelievable, but you know, most people know I live on a farm in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin, and it's 61 degrees today. It was 61 degrees. Now, let me just tell you, February 1st, traditionally in Wisconsin, is like minus 20. Okay, I remember going to the gym once before COVID, and when I went to the gym, it was minus 17 on this day. So it is kind of shocking that it's 61. I couldn't believe it. Even the cows, I was driving home from my little office that I rent during the week because we're having our house remodeled. And so I was driving home and I saw all these cows. Normally the cows in the winter, you don't really see them because it's very cold, you know, they're indoors somewhere. And I saw a bunch of cows just walking around, and it made my day. I love those cows. Anyway, let me say hi to everybody. Hi, Michelle Krantz. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Angela. And hi, MKD. Hi, Color Me Happy. I love that. Maureen Walton. Hi. Hi, Sue. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Judy L. Hi, Sandra Lee. Hi, Effie, and welcome to all the new people that are here. Hi, Pamela Rose. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Doug. Hi, Vicky. She says hi to you too, Renee. Renee's our producer, and he's fabulous. Hi, Nixon. You don't hear that name very much, but hi. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Jen Tran. How are you, honey? Hi, Karen. Oh, hi, Lori LeClaire. If anybody gets a chance, go to my Facebook page. And I think it's on Instagram too, but Facebook I know for sure. And Lori LeClaire's new book is out. It's her 70th book, and it's a memoir about being a widow and her life now without her beloved husband. And it's really an important book for all my widows out there and widowers. It's an extraordinary book. She's a wonderful writer, and I just love this book, Lori. So I'm so glad that I know it's a personal book to you. It's anybody who has illness, cancer, or anybody who's had great loss. It's just, and going forward in their life, it's really, really great. So I'm glad to see you. Hi, Diane and Tim. How are you? Hi, Elizabeth Preston. Okay, right? So Elizabeth lives not too far from me, right? And it was so great to see the sun. Oh my gosh. It felt like spring. I really felt like very much alive, you know, with the spring. I so love spring. So let's talk about astrology, and then I'm going to get into all your questions. And thank you, everybody, for writing these fabulous questions. I'm going to answer as many as I possibly can, but I am going to talk about the astrology of February, because now we go into February, and there are a lot of things I want to say about February. January was, and not for everybody, I realized there was a lot of great loss in January with people because I read all the questions. But January was almost much easier in terms of astrology than February and then going forward. So the good news about February, and as we're starting right now, the really good news is that, I mean, February brings out, let me just say a few things about it before I even get into the astrology, because it brings out a lot of amazing things. It has, excuse me, let me find my right notes here. Okay, so it starts off with, we've got a leap year. So on the 29th, it's a leap year, and that only happens, it's a once in a 4-year time. So that's unusual. We also have the year of the wood dragon, February 10th. That's unusual. We also have all the planets are now direct. So there is no retrograde action on the planets. They're all going direct. When all the planets go direct, it's rare, and it lasts until April 1st, April Fool's Day. and that's when Mercury will go retrograde. Can't wait for that one. But all the energy when all the planets go direct gives us energy to move quickly, to create ideas, to implement ideas. It's an extraordinary energetic time. Now, Uranus just went direct a few days ago, and so it was stationary until really, well, even today. But in the next, by around the 6th or so of February, all these planets are going to be at full speed ahead. And full speed ahead is, again, an extraordinary energy. Now, also, right out of the gate for February, and I wrote this. I wrote the astrology, and it's on my website under my blog, and it's also on Facebook and Instagram. The astrology for February. Now, I'm talking in Vedic astrology. Vedic astrology is where the planets actually are at the time. So it's the way I do astrology, and I love that. I love Vedic astrology. It has a real deep spirituality to it. So, but right out of the gate, February's energy is serious. And it's serious because we will have 5 planets, which is called a stellium, in Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is karma. It's healing on a lot of levels. It can be very, very much of healing. It has everything to do with balancing our karma, and it brings a seriousness to it. Yeah, I would say that. And Capricorn has a lot to do with government, with work, career, leadership. And then Saturn brings a lot of consequences and responsibility. Okay, let's not forget that. How could I forget that? So when we have 5 planets in Capricorn ruled by Saturn, it brings a special energy to it. Now, the energy is going to can either be one of, you could get anxious about it, or restless about it. It could bring some people to a negative place, like pessimism or something like that. But the best way to use this is put your nose to the grindstone and work. This is all about a powerful way to, if you are thinking of doing something new in your life, moving forward. In fact, this energy is literally going to push everybody forward. And at the highest level, it encourages us to overcome, I would say, karmic limitations, helps us into spiritualism, and it gives us determination. And the other thing is, this period of time, if you don't have a road, you don't know what you want to do, boy, this is going to point out a road to you, because that's what this does. Now, on February 1st, today, Mercury, the fastest moving planet, transited into Capricorn. So now Mercury's in Capricorn. And again, I'm talking Vedic astrology. And when that happens today, and this lasts until the 19th, it means prioritize your responsibilities, get serious, get organized, because Capricorn is organized, and Mercury is all about communication. It's actively learning things. It brings new ideas, and it also gives us a burst of energy. But my favorite is when Mars transits into Capricorn, and that's on March 5th. And this goes all the way to February 5th. February 5th. And it goes all the way to March 15th. And when Mars transits into Capricorn, Mars is exalted, which means it's the highest expression of Capricorn. Because in being Capricorn, it's the highest expression of the planet, which is ruled by Saturn, Capricorn. And it will make it the most effective time for energy. So, Mars, if it's in a bad, in a sign that it doesn't work well with, like it doesn't work well at all in Cancer. Certain houses or certain signs it just doesn't work well in. But in Capricorn, it's like best friends, because it takes that intensity of Mars and it puts it through into work. And it really should bring all of us a lot of energy. I mean, this is an extraordinary time for work And if you have goals, this energy is going to drive you and help you get your goals. It really you won't have anything blocking you. It will, all the energy is going to go straight ahead. So this is a really extraordinary time astrologically. This month is going to bring a lot of and I'll do the rest of the astrology. I'll, as we periodically every week, or Mondays, I'll do a lot of February. But it's a very powerful time is what I'm trying to say. And if you have new goals, new things, new ideas, new classes, this is the time. Do it. And what a difference it will make in your life. So this is a really, really powerful, powerful time. So I want everybody to, really put to ideas of what you want to do and move forward with it. Okay. This is great. Oh, Charmaine, thanks. Thank you. I love these colors. And to me, they're, it's my favorite color, but also it's like spring, and I love my necklace. And so, yeah, Jane, it's 60 degrees where you are. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. 60 degrees. It's unbelievable. Hi from Northern New York. Wow. Hi, everybody. So I want to ask Vivian from Canada. Hi there. Welcome. Shelley Winnie says, has the energy been weird for others since the wolf moon? I'm going to say, Shelley, these have been some strange times and stranger times ahead. I have to say, but listen, this is the time we chose to be here during this time. All of us are going to learn so much on this journey on Earth while we're here. And this period actually moves us forward. Like December really held up so much back. It was such a tough energy to get through. But February, poof, and in fact, going forward, just get a good path. Angela Sophia, raining cats and dogs in Southern California. I talked to James today and he was telling me all about that. I heard that. And your birthday is January 18th or 19th. And that's an 8 of diamonds, honey. And you had asked me about that. 8 of diamonds is about courage. 8 of diamonds is a lot to do with courage. They have a lot of power and a lot of love, and they always connect. It's funny you said cats and dogs. They often connect very well to animals, Barbie Gala goes, hi, Barbie. Hello, Kelly. What does it seem like? Why does it seem like my emotions are all over the place? So your birthday is 11/10. Well, we've going through some emotional ups and downs a little bit. Now, it will straighten out, Barbie. I'm going to say probably as we get closer to the 6th of February, just in a few days, again, this energy, everybody's going to feel this energy going, whoop, pushing everybody forward. And you are 11/10, and November 10 is a 10 of clubs. So 10 of clubs is very creative. I call them a brain within a brain. So Barbie, here's what my suggestion would be. Sit down, do some put on some meditation for yourself, like a guided meditation that would really calm, because what happens is when we let our emotions go way out or get, mucked up or whatever, they get, our auras and energy gets tangled. And when that happens, when our auras get tangled and our energies get tangled, we are not at peace. So what I would say is, do the best you can to start going inward. This is a great time to go on inward. Excellent time for that, actually. Okay, and I hope that helps there for you. So, and I've got a lot of questions, and I'm going to start with this question, and this is from Carrie. Hi, Carrie. This is from you, Carrie. And her question today is related to animal souls, specifically. She says domesticated animals. And she says they're so far advanced in comparison to humans. I agree. They teach unconditional love and loyalty, and they heal us, and they sacrifice for us to live authentically. Agree. I can't think of anything more courageous. She said if they were in human bodies, we'd call them heroes or gods or goddesses. I believe that. And she said, when they pass, do they go to the same places or dimensions that humans go? She says, we've all heard about the Rainbow Bridge, but I feel as though I really need to know it's not a fairy tale and that there is hope of seeing my beloved pets again whom have crossed over through the years. The loss of our dog last week has been so excruciating and was so traumatic that I'm not sure if I can heal if there's no hope of ever feeling that loved animal again. Okay, and then she says, does karma apply to them? So here's the thing, Carrie, that I really wanted to talk about that. The Rainbow Bridge does exist. I have actually seen it. It does exist. You will see your beloved dog and animals again. I promise that will happen. Okay. I understand that you had a huge trauma with your animal, that it's extremely excruciating. And I'm just going to share this briefly with everybody. And I'm going to share it because I want you to know, Carrie, and anybody who's gone through this, that you will get through this. Okay. That's why I'm telling this story. In 2008, I was with my beloved dog, Maggie May, and we were attacked by 3 coyotes. She was killed. She died in my arms, actually. And I fought them off the best I could. And we lived in the hills when this happened. It was a really traumatic story. And I only share this because I didn't think I could ever not tell the story without me crying. Now, this is 2008. It's 2024 now. I can't do the math, but how many years ago was that? But it was so traumatic that my husband, Don, who was performing with Neil Diamond that night, I think they were going to be in Minnesota that night, we couldn't even tell him because he wouldn't have been able to work. So we understand this kind of trauma, and anybody who's loved an animal understands this kind of trauma. And we did recover. Okay. It took me a year to get another animal. I wasn't going to because it was just too much. My heart was shattered. And it was the best thing we ever did, was to be able to get another dog. So I just want to share that with you, Carrie. I really understand this trauma very well. If you ever want to talk, let me know, because I know this trauma. Okay. And you will move through it, and your beloved animal, your beloved dog will start showing up. And there's karma in the sense that if a human had done this to her, that's big time karma for that human. If a human did something to her, okay. If there's an accident, that's a little different. I don't really know in the case that I was attacked by three coyotes. It was the damnedest thing ever. I still to this day, I think she took a bullet for me, to be honest. I've always thought that. So I hope that helps. So, okay. So I did want, and watch Tammy Hendricks. She's got a wonderful show called Soul Speak, and it's every other Wednesday, and you have to look it up. But Tammy's a wonderful animal communicator, and she literally talks about animals passing. I think that is the subject. So here's a question I really wanted to get to too. And this is from Brian. Brian, I'm going to answer this question for you. He said, in order to grow spiritually, because we had talked about it, I had talked about it last week, that some souls choose cancer to help wake them up. Now, he said, why would somebody choose that? And I'm going to tell you that there are certain things we choose. And I will tell you this, even when I was attacked with my dog and my dog died, I learned about loss in a way that I never would have learned. Okay, never. I would never want to have that experience again. But I learned so much. I didn't even know my heart could even be shattered and come back again. And by the way, I've had my heart shattered many a time, but that one kind of just blew everything up in more ways than I could ever imagine. So, but to be able to bringing the pieces back together in a different way through love of animals, it's just amazing. Anyway, so why do people choose cancer? Cancer will make us vulnerable. It will shed a lot of light on old problems that you may have had. Like you may have never talked to your father. You may be pissed off at your mother or a sibling or a friend. And now when you have cancer, does it really even matter anymore? So there are reasons that souls choose this in order to wake up. Other people might help them. They might have to accept love. So I don't know individually, but I do know that as souls growing here on earth, and this is a time we wanted to be here on earth at this time because it will grow our soul. They say 7 times, tenfold, and that's why everybody wanted to be here at this time. And you would think, oh boy, I didn't sign up for that. Well, yeah, you did. You did. And it's because we're all going to learn so much on this. So I hope that answers the question, Brian. I hope that helps a lot there. Because hi, Rita, you saw the sun today too. Isn't that amazing? I know you're in Indiana, so I think that's fantastic. I love to see your name out there, Rita. I think about you often. Okay, so Kim Ann Snodgrass, bless your heart. She says, I keep seeing a lot of ads on Facebook or Instagram about red light therapy, sauna blankets, and other forms of red light therapy. And I wondered what your thoughts were on this modality. Okay, Kim Ann. So I went to the source because I've seen that too. And I've been to many spa healing centers that use them. I always loved them. So, but I don't really know for sure. So I asked Prajna Avalon. So if anybody wants a wonderful healer, Prajna Avalon is a wonderful healer. And so she was so funny. I left her a voicemail. She lives in Brazil. And in fact, Prajna and I are going to be teaching a class on crystals in April. I've got a list of classes coming up, everybody. But it'll be in April sometime for crystals. And anyway, I asked her, I said, Prajna, can you tell me about the red light and all of this? She said, I could actually talk for an hour on it. She loves them. She says they're the most healing, therapeutic. I forget how she said it because she left me literally a 30-minute message. And she's really into it. So that was a good sign. And I'm going to have her on the show and we'll talk about that. But all in all, she thinks they are incredible. And she has one at her place where she lives in Brazil. So I hope that helps a lot because it's a big, big deal here. So there you go. So definitely that's going to be a good thing here. Okay, Kathy Desuniak, she says, my friend is having surgery on February 15th. So I think all surgeries that are going on now will be very positive. And the reason I say that is all the planets are direct. They're all straight ahead. And it's an amazing time. So I'm going to say yes. And her birthday is 11/21. That makes her a queen of hearts. She's going to be fine, Kathy. She's going to be just fine. Okay. Is this a show, Anne Margaret says, live on Instagram and YouTube, Renee or KW fans? I don't know. Are we doing live on Instagram now? Maybe. I hope so. I don't know. I have to find out from Carissa. Jen Chris says, oh, tomorrow's Groundhog Day? I did not know that, Jen. Thanks for telling me. I would have written about that. I did not know. Renee Elizabeth says, I think there's a scammer in the messages. So would you please... Ava says, yes, it hits differently from our beloved pets. Yeah, it does hit different, Ava. I couldn't agree more when that happens. It's something else when that happens, right? Nadine says, not a special question, just what you feel. Oh, hi, Nadine. I think, Nadine, you're going to have a very good year. I think it's a good year for you. I think I said that last time. I'm going to say it again. Caller Me Happy says, hi, Kelly. I'm so sorry to all that you suffered after the loss of your fur baby. Yeah, it was a drag. She said, when I lost my fiance, David, my dog saved my life. Right? Animals are amazing. They are angels with 4 paws. Ooh, I love that. And I have to tell you, your fiance is around because I got chills everywhere as soon as you said that. So definitely. Now, why was Judy Friedman blocked and Mary Claire? I have no idea what went on here. I have no idea. So Gail King, good evening, Kelly. Wow, I was hoping this stuff with my daughter was over. Just I want peace. Can you help me get to see that there's a light at the end of the tunnel? Yes, Gail, there will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep an open mind and open good thoughts here. Okay, please do. Okay. Paige Marcantel. She said, I had cancer 5 years ago and never got the first phone call from my parents who live 5 minutes away to check on me. Cancer made me feel more resentful. Oh, I'm sorry, Paige, that happened. Wouldn't you resent them more? Your parents more? That would be, I mean, that's such a deep statement because cancer teaches us a lot. I'd be looking at your parents. What a drag that they didn't step in or step up. I'm sorry about that. It's really interesting when things like this happen, right? So I'm sorry about that. Marge, you love Prajna. Yes. I think so too. I think she's wonderful. She's an extraordinary healer out there. Tippy Landis. Tippy, this is a great question. She says, can you explain intuition versus instinct? And she said, and how do I know if I'm choosing in life are based on my human instinct or my soul's intuition? Because she said, I think we both, we need both to live on earth. Yes, we need both. Okay. So instinct represents the primal force, the grounding, the force that connects us to our physical nature, actually. And that's instinct. It's that primal force. Okay. While intuition embodies the expansive, intuitive force that connects us from our higher consciousness and our inner wisdom. So there is a difference. And yes, I couldn't agree more. You need both to be on earth. Okay. Great, great question, because some people think it's the same and it really isn't. So I appreciate you saying that. Okay, Melissa Rogers, and she says, Kellee, I'm curious about your thoughts on the white raven that's been seen in Alaska. Have you guys heard about this? So a white raven. So a white raven, and I did hear a little bit about this white raven in Alaska. It's in a certain part of Alaska. It's been seen in different areas. We also in Wisconsin had a white buffalo, and which is like an amazing thing. It's a positive sign, and it means a purity on earth. It means a purity here. And it means that all possibilities are available to the world, okay, on earth. All possibilities are available. So that was a great question. So thank you for that question. Okay, Anne Bedore McGavie. She says, I've had 2 different issues for many years that bring about anxiety attacks. She said, well, I can avoid those 2 things most of the time. I can't always. She said, my husband helped me with my anxiety, but he passed over 2 months ago. Is there anyone on the other side of me who has knowledge of these issues and can help relieve these anxiety attacks or rid them altogether? That would be a session, because I'm not sure. Your birthday is 12/8, and that's a 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs, again, has a brain that has a brain. And often 10 of clubs has a lot of anxiety because they're not either grounded enough or they've got so much going on in their brain. But here's what I would suggest. I would find a wonderful therapist. I'm not sure where you live, but there is a wonderful therapist that lives in New York. And Renee, can you put her name up? It's Elizabeth Scott. And a shout out to Elizabeth Scott. She also is a spiritual therapist, and she's a psychotherapist, but she also does past life regression. And Renee, if you could put her information up here, I'll put it on the put it in the over here in the comment section. Elizabeth Scott. But I would find a good therapist actually to help you with that. Okay. And Judy Legacy said, I had a great healing session with Prajna. Fabulous. And Deb says, I can attest to red light therapy. Okay, great. FV says, I'd love a mini reading. I have lots going on, and your birthday is June 30th. So June 30th is a King of Hearts. King of Hearts. So King of Hearts, and I'm not sure if you're a male or a female, but if you're a female, that means you would have a male brain, because a King of Hearts is a male brain with a big, big heart. So I would say that for this year for you, it would be looking at your heart, looking at what your family, looking at putting some energy into you, putting energy into you. This is a year for everybody that's going to, as much as we take care of other people, many of us do, it'll also be putting energy into you. So I'm going to say that for you. Okay, Adeline Murch. Hi, Adeline. Kellee, I have a very large extended family. Within about 2 months, I've had a cousin and 4 uncles diagnosed with cancer. 2 are stage 4. Today, my dad was in the ER. Any thoughts on this? Thanks for everything you do. And you are 613. I have a lot of thoughts on that. 613. Did I write? Oh, 616 is Ace of Diamonds. So that means that the family all comes in to experience spirituality on a level that is about empathy, compassion, healing. I would think it would bring in a lot of discussion among family members, maybe bringing people closer together. Okay. And again, this is an 8-year. 8-year also is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is also health. So people will have, there's health to look at. Health will be important to look at health. Okay, so use this as a bonding in family. Okay, if you can do that, Adeline. Hi, Vicki. She says, I love Prajna. I love you both together. Oh, thanks. We do love working together. It's so much fun. And Vicki, I'm going to give you a card from your beloved husband, Talking to Heaven, from James's cards, Talking to Heaven, because I've got them right here. Hold on. Let me get this out. I see all of your thoughts. No doubt he does. I like the color of this card. I see all your thoughts. Mike, really? Okay, and here's another thing. If you are wanting to help, need help with manifesting or creating your life on so many different levels, and a vision board might help you, please join us on February 10th. We chose that day specifically. It's a Zoom event, and I'm doing this with Julianne Siegel, who is a feng shui expert, and she has been doing vision boards for many, many years. She's a designer of great renown, and we're going to be talking about putting together and manifesting, and we're going to be doing vision boards. And we chose February 10th because it is the year of the wood dragon, and wood dragon brings its own energy of being able to start things that you wanted to start. It's a really a powerful new year, and it's a really powerful day. It's an 11-day that day too, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's an 11-day. So 11 day is a teacher. 11 days sets the energy. That's why we chose this day. I know the Super Bowl's the next day, and I'm excited about watching the Super Bowl because I love Taylor Swift. So I think that's going to be so much fun. But on the 10th, we're going to be doing this. So please join us, okay? I think that would be super, super fun. Okay, Trey N. So he says, KW. That's what they do call me. On January 21st, I fell off and went to splash water on my face, and I was headed down the highway, and I got super lightheaded, and everything went black. My husband saw me fall straight backwards. Oh my God, landing on my back with no injury. Okay, Trey, you're the second person to tell me this in a week. Second person to tell me this. Okay, I'm stunned. So I also have a very dear friend who was walking in New York and fell backwards too. And she claims absolutely there was nobody pushed her. It was the strangest thing. Kind of sounds like this one. And I think we're getting a lot of help from the other side now. James and I were just talking about this yesterday, and there's something about the energy now that is helping us able to move forward. And so that's extraordinary, Trey. You'll remember that. That's an strange, amazing one. Dolly Lanier says, my son has been ill most of his life. Is that his karma? I would use the word, that's what he chose to experience in this lifetime, Dolly, and it may sound hard or harsh, and I'm not trying to be at all, but we choose before we come in what we want to learn. Maybe that's how everybody's learning with him on certain things. So there's a reason we have illness. There's a reason, again, I had a traumatic brain injury, and I share that, very openly with what happened to me. And my whole life changed. And I would have never imagined that I'd be doing this work. So our guides know our path, and our guides help put us where we're supposed to be. And Dolly, for all I know, all of a sudden one day he could wake up and be very healed and have some experience with healing. Okay, so just remember that. Just remember that. Okay, Marcia Marquis. Hi there, Marcia Marquis. 610. So 610 is used to be one of my favorite days. It is a 7 of diamonds. 610. That's right. 610. 7 of diamonds. 7 of diamonds. 7 of diamonds is all, they call that the millionaire card. And you're saying, well, I'm not a millionaire. I'm worried all the time. because the Seven of Diamonds has to take the spiritual road, which says, I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be safe. I'm going to be fine. I have abundance, and you have to literally train your brain. So James and I are teaching a class, or we're having a class Monday. Our show on Monday is about mind shift and shifting the mind. So please join us on Monday, because I think that is going to be a good one. Hi, Shannon Starr. You just got on. Well, welcome. Welcome. I just opened my March calendar. So if you are wanting a session, I don't know if I have anything left in February. I might, because I made a mistake on my schedule, and I don't know, when I make my schedules, who knows what I was thinking. I forgot to put 2 days in. So I added those 2 days. So I might have some time in February. I don't know yet. You'd have to look, but I do have time in Wednesday. Okay, John Barrio, he says, hi, Kelly. I was at a used store today, and I came across a book by Anthony William, the medical medium. Really looking forward to reading it. The other day, downtown Victoria, British Columbia, at a bookstore, I found the only book they had of James, Ghost Among Us. Oh, it's a great book. And I love Anthony William, his medical medium information. I think it's really good, John. So that's fantastic. Okay, Patricia Barrett, my dear friend Marin died Sunday. Loved life, wasn't sick, didn't survive after breaking her femur. She loved life, just loved it. Only 65, young folks leaving. Okay, Patricia, I've heard that story before. I have heard that one. So here's what I want to say about that. Yeah, believe me, I'm 66. I understand that. Why did she choose that as an exit point? I have no idea. But I will say that I think a lot of people will be exiting. Do you remember before 2020, 2019, early on in 2020, all these young people or people all of a sudden just passed away. It's like, whoa, what happened? Now we're going into another year that is going to be full of all kinds of information and things, all kinds of things this year. So I think a lot of people are checking out early. Okay, just pay attention to a lot of signs up here, because Deanna Mary, December 14th. Yeah, you're worried about money. Money will pick up. This is a year where money will pick up. Okay, just remember I'm saying that money will pick up. Okay, because it's just part of this year for a lot of people. But you have to put your nose to the grindstone, as I've been saying for a while. Mary Snyders, today's your birthday, Mary. Well, February 1st, if your birthday is today, happy birthday, Mary. Jack of Spades. Jack of Spades is a high vibration birth date. If you're a Jack of Spades, you walk a special path of knowing the right thing to do. Okay, you can't go down a funky road. You have to stay really true and authentic to your to faith, and stay this way. Okay, so in 2024, February 1st, Mercury going direct today. This is all a good thing for you, Mary. I would say you will be working hard too, but it's a good year. It's a good year. And she says, let's get you a message from your husband who passed away 30 years ago. All right, Mary, let's get that. And, you know, our loved ones, just because they're gone 30 years, they're still around us. You are never alone. So I know he's keeping a good eye on you. I know he's keeping a good eye on you. And that's what they do. Okay. Laura Guds Crumb. Kelly, I've been so emotional, but I tried James's meditation. Great. To clear your chakras. Great. And it helped tremendously. And your birthday's April 1. So April 1st is a 7 of Spades. And 7 of Spades has a lot of emotion that they hold, that they carry. Okay. So continue on with meditation. It would be really, really good for you to do. April Bird, I'd love to know if you get anything pertaining to my soul path. Well, first of all, I love your last name, Bird. I love it. Pertaining to your soul path. And you are 318. So March 18th. I used to know all of these by heart, and sometimes I do. March 18th, 5 of Diamonds. Okay. So 5 of Diamonds is about self-esteem. So self-esteem and taking a spiritual path. I always see 5 of Diamonds people surrounded by angels. So I know angels is a part of your life. So I would say make sure that as you work on your self-esteem, also Five of Diamonds, wildly creative, love, they're very spiritual. I would always go with a healer spiritual path with them. Okay, I mean, I just would. Um, Jen Tran says, thank you so much for being you. You're so welcome. Your positive vibes are pushing me to a greater hope on this platform in life. Jen, you keep going, girl. You keep going. I'm going to get you a card from Messages from the Guides. And I know you've been through a lot. I mean, listen, you come to Earth, everybody has been through so much, right? I mean, you just have to have a lot of empathy for everybody. Let me get you a card here. Be of service. And I know you have been of service, Jen. You've helped a lot of people along the way. A lot of people along the way. And I know your beloved mom is helping you too, honey. Okay, just remember that. Your mom is there helping. Okay. Shannon Starr, can I do a reading for you? Yes, Shannon. Let's get you a card. This will be from your guide, Shannon. Here we go. Feel joy in all you do. Feel joy in all you do. That's a great card from your guides. Excellent card. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think that's amazing. Okay, so hold on. Let me just, I have so many questions here. Okay, so here's a question. This is from Kathy Hode Strout. She says, Kellee, thanks for what you do. You're welcome. She says, with so much news about women's right to choose, what happens to those aborted babies? Do they have souls that then reincarnate? So in year 12-5, which is a King of Clubs, the King of Clubs has a lot of information. They love information. Okay, so when a soul, when a woman gets pregnant, the soul actually doesn't attach for some period of time. And what happens is the soul and the agreement would be with the mother and on some level with the father as well. That I just need to be in the body for 4 weeks. I need the body 6 weeks. I need the body 12 weeks. I just don't need to be in, I just want to have that experience and then that's it. So then do they grow up in heaven or the soul will go on to this, whatever the soul is doing? Okay. So you don't have to worry about that part. It's always some agreement that because we have free will here, we have free will on this planet. And so thank you for that question. Okay, thank you for that question. Hope I answered it, that you can understand the way I answered it. So, okay, Carol Wake. Kellee, I've heard you and James talking about dowsing for oil and for water with your hands. I wondered how it felt. Is it a physical thing or a knowing? It's a physical thing for me. I actually feel the energy. I feel the energy. I'll tell you an interesting story. And your birthday is February 14th, Jack of Diamonds. So your birthday's coming up with all of these planets right now that are going to be in Capricorn. Wow, powerful year for you. Put it for manifesting. Put it out for making the road you want this year. Really, it's an excellent year, Carol, for you. But dowsing is a really interesting thing. And my grandfather was a dowser. He was a physical medium, and he was also a dowser. My uncle was a dowser. My uncle was a dowser in the oil business. He would figure out where the oil was, and my grandfather would figure out where water was for wells. And for me, when I first met Don, he brought me to this farm, for a vacation, and I'd never been here before. I'd never been to Wisconsin, and never imagined I would live in Wisconsin because I'm from Los Angeles. So, but anyway, when we got here, I said, his sister had passed years before. I never met his sister. I said, you know what? She's talking to me. She wants me to, she says that there's a crystal somewhere in the basement in one of the boxes. She wants me to give it to her niece, Peggy. And Don said, oh, okay. I don't know if she was into crystals, but okay. And I'd never been in the basement. So I started doing this with my energy. And there were, lots and lots of, 50 boxes. I mean, more. I mean, it was just stacked full of boxes. And I went through like this, and all of a sudden I went, that's it. And it's a feeling, the energy. And I said, it's this box right here. He said, are you sure? I said, yeah, positive. And opened up the box, dug, and the bottom of that box was this beautiful crystal. And I have to tell you, Don, I think he was floored. Speechless. I don't know. Anyway, we gave this crystal to our niece Peggy, who didn't even know that her aunt who had passed away had this crystal. So it's an energy that I feel. Okay. And I love dowsing. I love it. I think it's just an amazing thing. Okay. Jeannie Shapiro. Hi, or Jenna Shapiro. My birthday is June 15th. I'm 57. I've been struggling with my health, my job, and the path that I want to go. Do you see which path I should choose? Also, I've been told by spirit guides, my spirit guides are not human. Can you see them? So I would have to do a session with you, Jenna, because this is a little too quick for me right now. I'd have to do a session. I do a spirit guide session, actually. Some guides are not from here. Some guides are starseed guides. They're highly advanced guides. Most guides, most that I work with, have had at least one life on Earth, so they can understand what it's like. But not all of them. Not all of them. And so many times I'll do starseed readings, because I do also starseed readings. And their guides are not from around here. I'll tell you that. So, and June 15th is a two of diamonds. Two of diamonds is wildly creative and must switch the dial to positive thoughts. Again, on Monday, James and I are going to be talking about mind shift. Because when we shift our minds and our thoughts, everything else follows. Okay. And this is an excellent time, the time to make shifts in the way we think. Okay. Because it's just very important. Dr. Susie. Hi, Dr. Susie. Does my mom have a message for you? So May 25th is a 7 of clubs. And let's get a message from your card. 7 of clubs is all about overcoming negativity and being extremely spiritual. I mean, really having spiritual experiences, spiritual awakenings, those kind of things. Your mom says, I watch over you every day. So can't get any better than that. Love our moms. I think that's amazing. Joseph Knott. Hi, Joseph. He says, hi, Kelly. Our cats are helping me with my mother's passing. Oh, Joseph, that's fantastic. Mom has reached out to me 4 times since she passed. I feel very comforted, wondering the significance of finding a dead owl. Okay, so I've got chills. Your mom is totally around you. I'm thrilled that you're feeling her totally. The significance of finding a dead owl. Now, owl is the female psychic, this female. I'm wondering if you found, if it's time now, because we had the same question, but it was with a hawk. I think it was last week or the week before. And it's about finding your own way spiritually. Okay? It's not a bad totem. It's about finding your own way. And when we lose our mom, I mean, my mother was my North Star, frankly. But she helps me so much now. And so just know that your mom is there. She's helping. And the significance is now you're going to find your own way spiritually. Okay? That is extremely important. Okay, Kristen R. Hi, Kelly. My husband just tested positive for COVID tonight. Yeah, that's still going around. Super worried about it spreading through the house. Let me get you a card. Okay, so Saturn, first of all, because Mercury went direct, it'll go fast. If it does hit the house, it'll all go fast. I don't get the sense that anybody's going to die at all, okay? But it's, some people like to take Paxlovid with it. James and I took Paxlovid, and it did help a lot when we got COVID. You know, you feel like shit for a period of time. And then you can pull out of it, okay? Did take James and I a bit of time to pull out of it, I can tell you that. But let me get you a card from your guides. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get you a card. And it says, don't relinquish your power. So stay strong throughout all of this. Put your thoughts to, I'm healed, and I'm keeping my immune system up. Think like that, okay? Okay, wait, let me just see 629. And 629 is an Ace of Clubs. Oh, you're going to learn everything about COVID. Okay, Ace of Clubs here to learn. Okay, it's going to be okay. Okay, Kate Cannon Delano. My lab saved me from a kidnapper when I was 10. I've loved black labs ever since. And my birthday is July 15th. First of all, bravo to that black lab. I love labs. I had a chocolate lab. I loved him. His name was Max. He was really sweet. was very sweet. I love labs. They're so sweet. How could you not love a lab? But he saved you. They're smart too. Wow. That is an unbelievable story. I hope you write about that story. That should be published somewhere. And you are July 15. And July 15 is a King of Clubs. So King of Clubs, and you're female, you've got a male brain in there. And a King of Clubs is wildly intuitive. Like you'll probably do something with your intuition. You're probably a psychic or a medium or something with this, or a healer or something. Or work with animals. Probably be a psychic to animals. That would probably be amazing. I hope that helps. Okay, Elise Gerke. Yes, the miracle of the white buffalo. It actually took place here. Okay, I mean, that's a very amazing thing. Okay, Lori Phillips. She says, I've had very bad pain in different parts of my body that started a year ago. First my left leg, then my right, now my back, anyway, now a pain in the upper left. Anyways, going on and on about the pain. I lost my husband and my oldest son within 13 months of each other. Are these pains from not dealing with enough with the grief? Oh, honey, of course. What? That's way too much loss period. In the message at one time even. That's cataclysmic. Okay, so here's what I would do, honey. I would have a session with Prajna. I really would have a session with Prajna Avalon. And Renee, do you have her information? It's Prajna, Prajna, Avalon, A-V. There it is. You can go to her Facebook page at Prajna Avalon, or you can send her an email if you go to her website, prajnaavalon.com. And that's how she does a lot of work with that. And it has absolutely, let's get you a card, honey. Let me find, where did I put my cards now? I gotta get that bigger desk one of these days. I actually have a huge desk and it's got all my stuff on it. Okay, so here we go. Let me get you a card. I always give you a good night kiss. So your family's always there with you, sweetheart. Okay? All right. I think you just need some love and attention. And if you'd like to have a grief, I do grief. I offer grief services too. Might be a good idea for you, honey. Crystal Cook. Hi, Kelly. I'm so glad I caught you live. Yay. I'm March 5th, and I just got COVID. Any reading and card for you? And you're from New Zealand. Crystal, I'm telling you, a lot of people that never had COVID are getting COVID now. We're going to see this. I mean, again, it's an 8-year. 8 is ruled by Saturn. It's a Saturn month. Saturn is work and health and karma. So everybody needs to keep their immune systems up, up, up. And March 5th is March 5th, and your birthday's coming around the corner. March 5th is a 5 of spades, which is all about healing and being a healer and being a healer. But let's get you a card too, honey. Okay, here we go. Really? I wonder if this means anything. Release toxic relationships. So it could be people in your life you need to release. It could be that. It could be releasing the COVID. Okay. Marcia, you'd love Prajna's contact. Yeah, Renee has put it up there, honey. Hi, Betty Scott. Hi, Elizabeth Scott. We put your information here too. Arlene Sue, can I have a card? Yes, honey, you can have a card. Here we go, Elaine. It's kindness counts from your guide. So I know you've got those beloved dogs that you love. Kindness counts here, all the way here. Okay, and let's see. I think I've got time for another one. Patty Campbell. She says, Kelly, my question is, my dad passed when I was in my early 20s. No, sorry. I'm now in my late 60s. I've always thought that I would see him again when it's my time to go back home. Yes, you will. But if he has already reincarnated, either back to Earth or somewhere else, how can he still be there for me as part of my soul group? And you say, does this make sense? Makes perfect sense. He will be there for you. I don't get the sense that he has moved on. I don't care how long it's been. Our soul group, they come together when there's been a mother and a father and everything. I mean, it was maybe it was last year or so. I was in a meditation, and out of the blue, my grandfather told me, I hadn't thought of my grandfather in 40 years. And he came to me and he said, I want to thank you for the work you're doing. He said, because it's helping me as I get closer to coming back again. and that he had been gone for 40 years or 50 years or something, a long, long time. And so I believe that when it's a parent, they stay and wait for us, okay? So I want you to hold that thought, okay? I absolutely believe that. Okay, Britt Rains. Hi, Britt. Hi again from Norway. Hi there. I love your teachings. Well, thanks, honey. My birthday is May 5th. May 18th. Oh, I'm sorry, May 18th. I'm sorry. And I understand that I'm an Ace of Diamonds. Yes. And you've said that before, that people who are an Ace of Diamonds either come for love or money and that spirituality is a big thing for them. What else can you tell people that are an Ace of Diamonds? Ace of Diamonds have to learn that the mundane world isn't everything. Because often they will be so involved with the career and getting this and getting to the next place that they miss the human relationships along the way. And they always have to overcome some form of negativity that's going on. But the other thing is, once they make that connection in a relationship, they are the most loving, giving. They're so connected to that loved one. So it's almost like they have to go through their stuff in order to get to the good part. But I promise the good part exists. I hope that helps there. Okay. Janet Nipper. Hi, I'm going through a lot of change at this time. Hoping my partner can see that I'm still holding down the fort. Yes, your partner can still see that, and you are September 19th. That makes you a 5 of clubs. 5 of clubs, Janet, can do a whole bunch of things, and 5 of clubs is here for change. So, my birthday's the day after yours, the 20th. We're here for change. And that's a real significant piece of people that were born from about, I'm going to say about August 23rd till about October, 6th or so. Around that period of time, there's such a bunch of healers that were born during that time. Okay, just remember I'm saying that because that is, it's very important. Oh yes, please everybody join me and Julianne Siegel as we have Design Your Life with Vision Boards. This is going to be, it's the year of the wood dragon, so there's going to be a tremendous amount of energy. Everybody start gathering your thoughts or pictures or clippings or anything that you want to put on a vision board, because vision boards actually, when we visualize something, it reminds us constantly of what our goal is, and it helps us manifest that so much quicker. And here's the thing, when we do this class, not only is it the day of the year of the wood dragon, which is a really special energy to it, it also is an 11, as I was saying, but all the planets are direct. So if you're going to be setting your intentions, please join us. It's a Saturday. It's from 10 a.m. Pacific time to 2 p.m. Pacific time. Please join us. It's going to be a great class. Julianne's also going to do a guided meditation to help us get in the space for this. And we're going to be sharing these boards and talking and asking all these questions. And I'm going to be talking about the power of manifesting. So it's going to be a really good class. So please join us February 10th and join James and me on Monday when we're going to be talking about mind shift. And that's going to be about changing your thoughts. So it's a perfect time to do that. So join us on Monday. Okay, and I just want to say a shout out to the winners of our contest that we had. We have our special night with James and me tomorrow. And we're looking forward to giving personal readings for the people that responded to us. Okay, so we're really excited about that. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for everything. And I'll see you all again Monday and next Thursday for Ask Me Anything. Take care.
You've been listening to Ask Me Anything, featuring spiritual medium and psychotherapist Kellee White.